Hi, happy new week. It's Kamille. I have a little story for you. So, my friends and I were traveling across Spain, going to a new town, just to have some fun. And we're doing that by train. So, we had our luggage and everything, and we get on the train, and it's a pretty long ride. So, we got on the train, and they stop like midway through, maybe about 2 hours. They stop, and the guy comes on the PA and says, "Okay, we're stopping for a coffee break. We'll get back on track, literally, in about 10 minutes." So my friend say, "Hey, you want a coffee?" They'd go into the station and get some fresh coffee because sometimes the train coffee it's not so yummy, right? So I said, "All right, fine, no problem." They're going to go off to get snacks. I said, I'll stay here with our luggage." So the two of them get off to get snacks for us, and everything is fine. Anyway, so in about 10 minutes, I find the train is still moving, and my friends hadn't come back yet. So I said, okay, they must have gotten on and they're walking down the aisle back to us, back to me. I sit down and I wait, and the train keeps going, and it gets faster. And I don't see my friends come back. I said, "Well, this is strange." Anyway, no big deal. I figured that they're on their way in. No friends. I started to report it to one of the porters, and he goes, he doesn't see them. They're not on the train. So I'm like super worried because now I'm on my way to this place I've never been to before, and not seeing my friends, and I have all of our things. Anyway, finally get to the train station, and police are there waiting. Literally, right? Okay, the Spanish police are there waiting for me. So I get there and I take off all our luggage. They kind of helped me, so they were super nice about that. And I said to them, "Listen, I haven't seen my friends. They got off at the station, when we stopped for like a coffee break, and I just haven't seen them come back." Turns out they saw the train moving. They jumped on the train, but at that station, they didn't realize that the trains unhooked and they went on two different paths. So they ended up on a whole other side of the country, right? So they have nothing with them. Well, they had their wallets, but they didn't have any of their luggage. And now I have all of their luggage and I didn't have my friends. Anyway, so the police located them in a whole different city, and I ended up going to, back then they didn't have Airbnb, but I got to our bed and breakfast with all our luggage, and I waited for my friends. They showed up maybe, I don't know, half a day later. Of course, they had another side to the story, and we eventually laughed it off and had a great time. Point I'm saying with this story is this: ask. They jumped on the one. We didn't know what was happening with the train. They just jumped off to get coffee. They didn't ask if the train was, going to be splitting. They didn't ask if there was like which part of the train they should get back onto. They just jumped onto the train. Ended up in two different cities completely. All right. So basically, I'm just sharing this with you to ask, don't assume. Ask so you do not go off track of where it is that you want to go in your journey. And what I'm sharing with you, that story, which is a little funny now looking back in hindsight. At the time, it wasn't that funny. But think about your journey in real estate. You want to build something, don't assume, ask so that you do not waste your time, your money, or your energy going on the wrong track. You want to sell your property, you want to buy a property, you have a piece of property you want to develop, ask. So basically, I get a lot of questions every day from my clients. "Kamille, I want to sell my house. Where do I start?" "Kamille, I have a piece of property I want to develop. I don't know where to start. Literally, where on earth do I start to do that process?" Or, "I want to extend my home." I mean, the questions are coming back to me over and over again, and there's so many of them. But they're all questions that I can help you with so that you do not end up in the wrong place on the wrong track. Let me help you stay on track. So, with that said, DM me your questions and I'll put the responses together, and I'll have an Ask Kamille session where I'll answer your real estate questions, I'll answer your engineering questions, I'll answer your construction questions, and I'll put those responses together for you so that you can stay on track on your real estate journey. Kamille Jackson here, and it's all about your investments made simple. Buildbuy 323 projects and at Kamille's Real Estate. Have a great week.